everybody.
Welcome, Gucci Gander.
Gucci Gander.
Gucci Gander. Whither shall I wander?
Gucci Gander. Gucci Gander. I can't hear my headphones very well. I like it when I can hear them. Oh, that'll do. It doesn't matter.
We've had a fella in here trying to sort out our technical.
All the buttons.
Pushing
all the buttons. Yeah, I tell you, push my buttons.
He pushed my buttons.
I tell you, push my buttons.
Who pushes your buttons?
I tell you, who pushes my buttons. What's his name?
Yeah, off of
what is it?
Spirit Schofield.
Yeah, he pushes my buttons.
Oh, he pushes
I tell you, who else pushes my buttons? Who pushes my buttons? Who pushes my buttons? That bloke off of you know.
Come on.
You know what?
Jeff Stelling off of the Sky.
Oh, he pushes my buttons.
Oh, I tell you, who pushes my buttons.
Who pushes your buttons?
Holly Willoughby.
Oh, she pushes my buttons.
Oh, she pushes my buttons.
Pushes my buttons. I tell you, who pushes my buttons.
Who pushes your buttons?
I tell you, it's my buttons. Right. You know that waiter at that Chinese restaurant?
Oh, what the Joy King, the Kim Jong-un?
The Kim Jong-un Chinese, which isn't even Chinese, it's North Korean.
He
right?
pretends it is.
Right, he pushes my buttons. He pushes my buttons.
Well,
I'll go in there.
Yeah,
I'll say, I'll have sweet and sour pork. He says, no, we only got rat. And I go, don't you start with that.
Don't you start, yeah.
Because he's North Korean, that's all they know, but they're trying to pass themselves off as Chinese.
I was there last night. And he comes up. I knew he was. Hello,
was Kim in there?
Kim, there he was serving me.
Oh Christ! This is the one that pushes my buttons.
Yeah, can I take your order? I thought I recognised it. I want to know. Sweet and sour chicken. I'll have the duck off the bone. I don't know bone in the roast duck.
You know the thing about them ducks is, you know they come. There's
a boneless and there's a bone
boneless.
Yeah,
ducks,
I like the boneless ones.
Yeah, I know you do, but I just want you to know because you was asking me earlier.
Yeah,
ducks do come with bones.
Not the ones I like.
No, all the ducks come with bones.
I specifically said I want the one without any bones.
I know, but it doesn't always have no bones.
Well, it does where I go. You can get it without the bones.
I know it's got no bones by the time it gets to you.
It's jolly nice.
I know, but originally it swims around on the pond. It has got bones in it.
Oh, I imagine it was just all floppy and just floats on the top.
No.
Oh, I don't like the ones with.
They have to take the meat off of the bones.
Do they?
I don't know what they do with the
Whatever
bones.
knowing Kim Jong-un, I know what he does with it.
What's that?
He fashions it into soap and he rubs it all over his face.
Rubs it in his face. He sticks it up his bum.
Yeah, that's what he does.
I went in there and I says, all right, I'll have the pork, please, the sweet and sour pork.
Sweet and sour pork.
He's gone, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I said, all right. Don't give me that with all that. I says, I'll have the rice, please. Yeah. Okay. And he's grinning at me, right?
He's all right.
He's grinning at me. I'm thinking, what's going on here? Right? He's up to something, right? He's up to something.
His old tricks.
Right? Yeah, all his old tricks come out, right? And I'll go to him. I'll have the chicken with cashew nuts. He goes, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Still smiling, right?
Yeah, I know.
And I'll go, what is it? What do you want? He says, do you want a special? I went, I says, what? I says, I don't know, do I? He goes, yeah, I think you do, please.
And what did you imagine the special?
I thought the special might be,
shrimps
like, I don't know, mushrooms or something, with oyster sauce, something like that.
Yeah.
He goes, I says, yeah, all right, go on then, I'll have the special, right?
Yeah.
And he says, ha, okay. Right. Anyway, nips into the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
And he comes back out a bit later with the pork and the rice and the chicken, right?
Yeah, the chicken.
All the stuff I've ordered.
All the stuff you've ordered.
And then he goes back in. And I go, oi, where's the special? Like I ordered. He went, oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
I go, oh, here we go. All right. And he comes back out with this nuclear bomb, right? Right, he got a nuclear bomb, right?
Fucking hell.
And he comes back out laughing his head off, going, "Here the special!"
Yeah.
And he gets this. It's an intercontinental ballistic missile. It's big, it's huge thing, right?
What, on a trolley?
Yeah, on a trolley.
Yeah.
Right, on a dessert trolley.
On
He's
a
just got it
dessert
laying
trolley.
over the top of a dessert trolley, right?
Yeah.
And he pushes it into the get into the restaurant, right? And he says, "Here the special, blow yourself up." Right?
Yeah.
I go. I says, "Kim, right? You've got to stop it with these. All right." Your pork actually is quite nice, and so is your rice, right? And the chicken, right?
It is
but
nice.
we don't need to keep going back to nuclear bombs, right? It doesn't. Not everyone is as into them as you are, you know.
Can I just say, I've been to that where he's in Easton, King Jong-un Chinese restaurant. He calls it Chinese. He's not Korean.
He's not Korean.
Exactly the same thing, right? I'll have. Could I please have a chicken chow mein? Oh yes. I said I'll have the sweet and sour. He's laughing, grinning,
smirk on his face,
and he goes, "I've got sweet and sour sauce on the side.
Yeah.
Got any chili? Oh yes." He goes, blurts, little of them. Okay, all right, go. Egg fried rice, please. I go, yeah, lovely. No, some of that pak choy. What's it called? Pak choys. Pak choys on the side. He go, little laugh. I said, excuse me. Yes. I was entertaining businessmen at the time.
I know, because you had one of the big deals going down.
One of my big deals going.
Do you remember which one it was?
Sellotape. I'd ordered some sellotape from Ryman's. Right. And I had a bloke from the Ryman's in Watford and his wife.
£2 deal.
I'm not made of. And I said, excuse me, do not laugh at me. I've got some very important clients from my clients. Anyway, he's gone, all right, do you want a special? I thought, risky, really. I thought, well, trying to impress these two people. I've gone, yeah, I might do.
Okay, yeah.
What is it? Go, leave it to me. Leave it to me.
Right.
I see him go through the flappy saloon doors of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Right. So we're chatting away, just discussing some of the latest stationery deals, Tipex, Staples, all that, a ring binder.
What's that stuff that you can pop with your fingers?
Yeah,
what's it? Bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap. Doing all the old chat. Anyway, it comes out, and I thought, what's this?
You're in the middle of the conversation.
I'm in the conversation.
And the price of sellotape.
Yeah, that's bang against the table. I've gone. I was expecting almost a nuclear bomb or something. I said, sure enough, it's all there. Chicken chow mein, there's a sweet and sour on the side, and the chilli sauce, and egg fried rice, and pak choy. And I've gone to him, what's the special part? He said, when I went in kitchen, I abused human right while they was doing it in the wok. Right. The special is human rights abuse!
Oh, yes, yeah. And did you ask him, he said, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I'm not paying for that.
I said, I'm not paying for that. He said, no, you don't have to pay. I just killed someone in kitchen.
Right, yeah. Because I've gone down there, right? I've gone down there the other day, and I've gone in. Ding, ding, the bell's gone. Ding,
ding, ding, on the doorstep.
And he goes, hello. I said, Kim, it's me.
Yeah.
Right? He goes, hello. I say,
all nice.
Yeah, it's all nice. Oh, yeah, well, this is it, isn't it? It's all charming and nice, and I'm suspicious. Yeah. Because I'm like, what is it? What's going on?
Yeah.
He went, what, me? Nothing. Oh, nothing.
Butter wouldn't melt.
Yeah, nothing, right.
Yeah.
I said, all right, well, everything okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, why would everything be okay,
So table for one.
I said, table for one, please.
Yeah, nice.
And he goes, yeah, okay, you have table for one, but I do all cooking. I'm going... Okay.
And he's doing the ordering as well.
He's doing all the ordering. He's doing the ordering. He's doing front of house. He's doing all the cooking. I says, you can't cook.
No.
He went, I can cook, thank you.
Yeah. Right.
I go, all right, we'll go on and go. I'll go and have the give me the Szechuan pork, right? Give me the Szechuan pork. He go, I make Szechuan pork, right? All right. Okay, so I was all this pork because I thought I'll give him something tricky,
Yeah,
you're right.
Well, his pork is good, as you said.
Yeah,
but Szechuan, don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
The jury's out.
That's a special sauce, Szechuan pork, right? And he's gone back in the kitchen, and I'm sat out there twiddling my thumbs and all the rest of it. And, after 10 minutes, I'm thinking, well, it says Szechuan pork, Mark, I have to cut. It's got to come in a minute. 10 minutes goes by.
Yeah, okay.
20 minutes goes by. And then I start hearing the kitchen. Oh, fuck it! What do you do with saucepans? Right. And I think, oh, Christ almighty, right, he's lost the plot in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, half hour goes by. You go, why it says one sauce? I don't know what it is.
Oh,
and I'm
fucking
thinking,
hell, yeah.
I'm thinking, well, I don't know who he's shouting at in there.
No,
I mean,
exactly.
he's in there and he's on. In the end, after 40 minutes of this, right, I go bang, right, through the kitchen doors. He go, what are you doing in here?
Yeah, oh,
You're not
Christ.
allowed. I say, never mind that, right. I'm out there, I'm a customer, I'm waiting for my session pork, right? I can hear you banging around in here. You don't know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Where is your staff? Where's the rest of the people you employ? He went, he's like all gone all sheepish.
Yeah.
I go, what is it? What's wrong? He went, nothing.
Yeah.
I said, where is your chef?
All coy.
Where is your front of house? Where is your bloke who does the wine? Where are all these people?
Yeah.
He goes, he didn't want to answer. I says, listen, mate, if you don't have to answer me in a court of law, but I think, if we're going to solve this problem and keep this, I went all Ramsey on him.
Yeah, I know.
I says, listen to me, grow some balls, I says.
Yeah, grow some balls.
Yeah, grow some balls. If you want to make this restaurant a success, you're going to have to tell me what you've done with your staff, right? Anyway, he opens his door, and there's a sort of steps going down into a basement.
Oh, hello, yeah.
And there's a salt mine down there.
Oh, Christ.
And they're all down there.
Oh, God.
He says, I sentence them all to life imprisonment and hard labour.
Oh,
I says, what for?
shit,
He says, because, business is bad. I says, Kim, look.
Oh, he's a soppy shot,
You can't do that.
No.
You can't,
No.
you can't just sentence your entire staff to life, hard labour because business isn't going well. That's what it's like working in the Western world. And this because he doesn't understand that, because he doesn't have business experience.
Quite right.
You can't sentence your entire staff to hard labour.
The bloke's business acumen is shit.
It's awful.
It's sexual pork. It's something else. It's not bad.
It is now. He's taught himself how to do it.
In terms of business acumen, the man's a minnow.
He's a minnow. He's a big fish in a small pond.
I went in there and it was looking a little bit, still a bit damp on the walls.
Yeah.
He still had his Christmas decorations up from about 3 years.
This is when you were in environmental health.
When I was in environmental health, I said, Kim, it ain't, I'll be honest with you, on the level, and I've eaten here many an occasion, your food is good. Your food is good.
Yeah, you pass that test.
It's past that, but you are heading on a downward trajectory. He said, me got all sort of overhead. I said, well, I have every sympathy. And I got out his accounts and he opened them up and all that. And it's got his profit and loss account, liquidity.
What has he been buying?
He's been buying, oh, God, water torture machine, ball crushers, electrodes for temples.
Yeah.
I looked car batteries. I looked round it, rusty saw.
Yeah, rusty saw.
I looked down it, and it's got napkins. All right, $5.99.
Confinement cage.
Wholesalers. Rice, dried rice, wholesaler, £15, 1 kilogram pack. I'm going down. It's all fine. Chopsticks, natural waste. And then I go, what's this? Right. Electrodes for testicles. He went, yeah. I went, no. He goes, then as it says, water torture. I said, mate, what's that for? He said, me got to keep staff in order. I said, mate, look, I don't have a problem with your food. You're not good in business, and that is not the way to solve it, I said. He goes off in a hissing fit. Me not cooking cakes won't take you for you. I said, fuck off.
I went through his list, right? And he's all, as you say, 15 kilos of rice, monosodium glutamate. I saw that on there. I says, that's not ideal.
No.
I says, it's not ideal, you spooning that into people's foods, but I get it. It has the flavour and all the rest of it.
It's versatile.
Yeah, exactly. Black bean sauce, beef, all fresh meat from the market and all that. And then he gets nuclear bombs. Right?
Oh, God.
16 Intercontinental Bliss.
You said this is one of the business cards.
I says, look at the price of them.
Yeah.
They're $7 million each,
Yeah.
right? If you're buying them on the open market.
Yeah,
He says,
of course.
I need them. I says, what do you
for?
need 16 nuclear bombs for in the restaurant? He says, in case anyone invade restaurant. I says, well, you just call the police.
Yeah.
You don't have to take matters in your own hands
That's
like
right.
this. And that is why you're failing in business.
The worst thing was, as I left, I went to pay the other day with my two people from Ryman's.
Right.
Who was it?
Yeah, Ryman's.
It was Ryman's.
Yeah,
I said,
your business deal.
Business deal. And he said, you want fortune cookie? I went, all right. He's given. I was embarrassed, right? He's clearly written on a little corner bit of an envelope, ripped it off, stuck it into this
Shoved
cookie.
it in a digestive.
It was in a digestive. Anyway,
Christ.
I've said to the woman, the lovely lady, Caroline's married to Derek, who's from Ryman. He says, you want one, madam? She goes, all right. I thought, oh, Christ, where's this going to go? She takes a bite into it, pulls the bit of paper out of her mouth, and it says, you fat, ugly pig, he's written.
Well, I mean, this is not customer service,
It's
is
not, is it?
No.
And then Mr. Ryman, he's broken his biscuit in half.
What does it say on this?
Prick.
Ramen shit.
What?
Ramen shit.
Yeah.
Ramen is shit.
Prick on one side, on the other side. Ramen is shit.
I hate Theopophetus.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then my one, I don't know what it was, but I broke it in half. I'd eaten half the biscuit, and there's a very dodgy stain or something on this bit of paper.
Almighty.
I don't know what. I don't know whether it's soy sauce, but there's something on it. And as I went, it gave me a little way.
See you next time.
Don't know what was on it, but I ingested some of it. I think it was a bit of King John Pung.
Yeah, I think you might be right. King John's gum.
It's like from King John's Pung.
King John's pub. He gave me a fortune cookie the other day.
Oh, do.
Yeah, he gave me a fortune cookie. He gave me,
Oh, sorry.
Gave me,
No, he wanted you to start again.
He gave me a fortune. Kim Jong Un gave me a fortune cookie the other day.
Yeah.
When I opened it up, I thought to myself, hey, what on earth is this, mate? Are you taking a piss? All it said on it was bollock. It missed off the S.
Oh, shit. Sorry, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Why are we not going to win the podcast award?
We might not for this episode.
When is it on? Because we come third last year.
Yeah, we come third last year. I don't know how that is going to...
well, no nomination this year. I don't know why.
Outrageous.
What about that story you heard?
Oh, Christ.
Is it in the Metro? I couldn't find it. Can you just surmise?
Well,
summarise?
I mean, people seem outraged by this story, but I thought, I don't know, I was like, yeah, that's exactly what you should do, right?
Yeah, go on, explain.
Young hiker, hiker, someone that goes walking up hills for fun, which
Christ knows what people do.
People do that. Yeah. All right, he's gone up hiking this hill up for fun, right? 7 hours, 8 hours, right? And he's in the Cairngorms in Scotland, which is big high hills. It's not like little hills; it's like high hills, right? And anyway, he's got into trouble. He's gone, I'm in trouble here. I'm in trouble. I don't know how I'm going to get back, right? So he calls 999 emergency services, right? Get the people out. The mountain rescue comes out,
this
right?
Was this week?
Oh, yeah. And they come out trekking for him. 12 people he sent out. And an 8 hours trek to get to him, right? When they get to him, they find him in a little cafe.
What,
and,
really?
Yeah, and they says, what's wrong? He went, oh, I've got sore legs. And then they all went home again.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's in the Times today and it's in the Metro.
But to be honest with you, I'm
what's
thinking,
this supposed to?
That's exactly what the emergency services are for.
Absolutely. I went down, it's market day in Watford, Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays. I'm down there. I went to see Jerry at the butcher's.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of lamb chops. I like me bacon bits, a Barnsley. I've had all that. He does a free range egg and all that.
He does.
Anyway, I get out and I think, can I be asked to walk all the way home? Should I catch the bus by the pyramid there? Immediately I thought, I'm going to phone the emergency services.
I'll hit the floor here.
I've bang on the floor,
Take the shit.
Oh, worth it. Dropped a couple of eggs out.
It's all right.
Adds to it.
It's all right.
Oh, called it. There's a fucking call. Immediately they've got the helicopter and it's going. It's come down right in the middle of Watford Town, set outside Nando's by the bridge there. It's come down, hovering down.
Good use of resources.
Everyone's out of the way, Nice, get a nice stretcher.
Yeah, you get stuck on the stretcher. And then what, they just bung you in the back of it and they said, where would you like to go, sir?
I'll go to my house, please.
I will take you to hospital, Mr. St. Michael.
No, I'll be better off.
Do you know what? I feel all right now. I feel okay.
It goes down in the playing fields right next door to my house.
Yeah,
Margaret says she's got the kettle on. I've had a wonderful chance to have a look out the window, seeing what the council are doing with the wreck.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I mean, you're the same with the emergency.
I tell you what, the emergency, right? I'll ring up the other day. I said, panicked, and I thought, I'll ring the police. I've been ring the police. I says, I rang the emergency services. They said, what is it? What do you need? I said, it's emergency. Emergency, please. I think the police, please. They put me through to the police. I says, hello, police. And they go, yes, what is wrong with you? I says, I'm at home at the moment, and I've got the telly on, and I don't know whether to have a curry or a pizza. Can you help me out? And they went, no, what do you want to have?
Emergency service,
I says, well, I don't know what I want. That's why I'm ringing. It's emergency. I'm starving. They go, no, this is for emergencies. Right, if things are going wrong. I says, things have gone very wrong. I thought I was going to come home and cook myself some food, but I couldn't be bothered. So now I've got to get a takeaway, and this is now taking me much longer than it should have done, right, because you aren't doing your job.
They don't want to provide any... These people don't want to work.
They don't want to work.
These people don't want to work.
So that happened, that time when I had to phone the ambulance because,
Oh, yeah. Do you want to tell them about it? It's a little bit... Ambulance. It's a bit personal.
Well, it is a bit personal, but I was on the bog, and I was at the pub on the bog, and I was in trouble, if I'm honest with you. I had a big night.
It happens.
It happens, and in this case, it happened in my pants. And I had to go to the bog, and I scraped it all out, right? And I stuck it in the bog area, right, in the bowl.
What, the pants? Or?
No, I scooped it out.
Oh, I see.
In the bowl.
The detritus,
Detritus, because I'd had a big night, things, drank some dodgy water. Anyway, after about 5 minutes of scooping and scraping and dumping, right, I thought, I'm like, oh Christ, what now?
Yes.
I've run out of paper. So I thought, I can't go out there and say, look, I need some more loo roll. In the restaurant, I can't do
Christ.
it.
No, who wants to do that?
I don't want anyone knowing things have gone wrong. I says, well, who's comfortable with this sort of stuff? Doctors. I thought doctors are comfortable with this. So I rang up 999. I says, hello, can someone help me, please? I'm in a terrible mess.
And
they went, what's wrong? Is your breathing okay? I said, yeah, that's okay. Now, have you banged your head? No, I haven't banged my head. I said, what is it? And I says, I'm shot myself, right? And they go, okay. Well, why have you done that? I says, because I don't know, if I'm honest. I think I must have eaten something. They says, well, are you in pain? I says, not really, no. I I'm in Nando's. That's what I'm in, right? I'm in the bogs out the back.
And we're out of bog roll.
And we've got no bog roll. And I don't want to go out there and say to everybody there's no bog roll. And I've scraped all the stuff there. Because they will go, there was bog roll when you went in. And I'll say, yeah. But I've had to use all of that to scrape all the muck out of my trousers, right?
Right.
I'm telling you this because you're a doctor and you understand this, right?
What did he say?
He says, no, you don't understand. That is a problem that you are in. It's not an emergency. I said, says, this is emergency. This is an emergency.
They don't want to work,
right?
these people.
These people do not want to work. They don't want to do their jobs properly, right? And it's to do with the cuts and all the austerities, right?
Yeah.
I says, you send someone down here with some bog roll, please.
Yeah.
Dispatch whichever department you need to dispatch, but get that done so I can get out of here. And I put the bloody phone down on them.
Yeah, well, yeah. They don't want
to work, these people. These people don't want to work.
I the other night, God almighty, I was in the house and Margaret rolled over. She may have farted.
Yeah.
She may have farted. It could, but I heard not, and it startled me.
Yeah, well,
it startled me.
It would do that.
And I thought, is that someone outside by the bins? Margaret gone, no, I just farted. I went, well, let's not be too...
Well, it sounded like bins being dragged against concrete. That's a big old guff.
So it smelled like it as well. That's how it was.
That's it. Yeah, that sounds like a bin being dragged.
Well, it does, but that's because she's got a metal...
bum.
I phoned Scotland Yard. I got put through to Chief Inspector Pritchard. Good evening, Scotland Yard. I said, hello, how can I help you, sir? Barry here in Watford. It may have been a fart. Sorry. I said, it may have been a fart.
Yeah.
Sorry, what is it? I said, but I think I've just heard someone trying to break into my property.
Right.
I said, sorry, can you tell me, as I've looked it up in the yellow pages, I want someone round here now. It says, this is most irregular. I'm a busy man. We're currently dealing with a terrorist threat.
Yeah.
You know, we've got a significant problem in crime in the capital.
Yes.
And you're phoning me about what's potentially your wife dropping her guts. I said, yes. And I said, and quite honestly, if you're not good enough to come and do your job, you know, it's no wonder that the country's in the state it is.
Yeah.
So I phoned up Scotland Yard. I got from Yellow Pages, it was an ard. I spoke to a police constable about my wife blowing off.
Right.
He didn't sound all that impressed. In fact, he gave me a right telling off. I said, come round, you are duty bound to sort out the burglar around here. He said, your wife's just farted. Christ, have no fear.
Yeah.
And that's a police for you.
But they don't want to work.
They don't want to work. These people don't bloody work.
To impress that upon them, you know.
By the way,
what's that?
We've been doing it for Patreon.
Yeah.
But we've got some letters in for anyone here, and it's... Here we are. Do you want to read that one out? It's people want us to help them with their medical problems.
Right, this one's for you, Barry.
Okie dokes.
Okay, let's have a look here. This is from... What's his name?
Is that the one? Do it one from David.
Oh, this is from David in Whitstable.
Yes, hello, David.
Hello there, Barry.
Hello.
This question is for you. I'm David and I live in Whitstable, which I don't know whether you know that or not, is down by the sea.
That's it, I do know that.
Of course, in the sea, there's lots of salt, right?
Okay, yeah.
And what's happening is that salt must be drifting up off the sea and coming in through my bedroom window, right, and going right up my bum, right? And then it's doing something with my intestines, and then I'm having to go to the loo 10 times a day. Do you have any recommendations how I stop doing this? I will say I'm also on a course of laxatives.
Right. Well,
he puts it down to the seawater.
Can I just impress upon anyone who writes, we're not doctors.
No, we're not doctors.
Not by any stretch.
But we have been through a lot of medical muck.
I mean, when I lived down near Bognor Way, the sea air, you're right, it gets right up your bum, round your gooch. There's all sorts of crusting going and bits and bobs happening. What I call bits and bobs.
Well, and that is a medical term.
That is a medical term.
About your bits and bobs.
Now, David, It may be the laxatives that are the issue.
Probably not. Though.
It's probably not. You want to be careful about any salty air
Getting
going
up
getting right up there. I suggest you move. I suggest you keep well away from the sea.
But can I just ask, Barry, playing devil's advocate here,
Right,
if David can't move within the next 6 months and he's still got this sea air problem going up his bum, what do you suggest he do in the interim period to stop this?
What I would suggest is if you are going to get up in the night, try and make it a little bit more fun for yourself.
Okay.
You know, have a crossword, that sort of thing. In the Sudoku is very handy when you're on the bug.
Yeah. Well, I would say this. This is my advice to you,
Pennyworth.
David. If you want to stop the sea air getting up there, just get some wadding or some sort of bung.
Yeah.
And just bung it up there, because that should stop the air getting up there, and then then it will stop stuff coming out as well.
Can you give me a simple rhyme that we get some wadding, get some wadding,
stuff it in,
stuff it in.
Wad up your bum hole, wad up your bum hole, stuff it in, stuff it in.
It's a very simple
rhyme. So if you just follow that, I mean, there's a set of instructions, really.
And it's a bit like, staying alive. Just remember that. Get some wadding, get some wadding, stuff it in. That's very important. Stuff it in.
Stuff it up your bum hole, stuff it up your bum hole, stuff it in. Stuff it in. We haven't been nominated this year, have we, for the Podcast Award?
Look, we offer medical advice, a top-level satire about the politicians, Kim Jong-un and all that. But in the meantime...
yet overlooked.
Why?
Overlooked.
Judges, if you're out there, what are we doing wrong?
Is there a set of instructions we should be following?
This is from Sarah, and she's up there in Bonnie, Scotland.
Women's
issue. Very important women's issue.
It's one after the population, so we should cater for both.
And as men, as new men, we're not bashful. We're very woke. We're not bashful about it.
No.
Okay, these things have to be dealt with. And what I say her name was again? Sarah. And Sarah says,
where's she from?
She's from Edinburgh, in Bonnie, Scotland.
What one day?
And she said, I'm pissed out of my head like they are. No, we'll delete that later. But she says...
I'm on heroin.
She says... I am a regulation woman. Right. Nothing special about me.
Okay.
I'm having a lot of trouble with my hair.
Oh, dear.
I'm very hirsute.
Okay, she's very hairy.
A very hairy lady. And the fellas, although they like me, I've got a sparkling personality.
Yeah, something about me.
There's something about me, and yet... they don't really go for the big, hairy gorilla look. Angelos, what would you say? What advice you got for Sarah?
Well, I'll tell you what you should do. I don't know where all the hair is.
Well, she's not specific.
Okay. Well, I think what you should probably do is this. Get some hot wax.
Right.
Fling it at a wall.
Yes.
So it looks like a hot, waxy wall.
A hot, waxy wall.
And then you want to fling yourself at that wax on the wall.
Yeah.
Just stay there, 5 minutes.
Get it to grip. It will grip.
Stay there for 5 minutes, something like that. And when you think the wax is dry completely, just rip yourself off that wall.
Yeah.
And then have a look in the mirror, see where the hair is no longer there, right? Yeah. And see if you like that as a look.
That look.
You know, if you don't like it, then
get a biro.
Just colour it all back in again.
Colour it all back in again.
But if you do like the look, then rip the rest off.
And what's the rhyme you would recommend for that?
I would recommend this rhyme.
I always remember this.
Yeah. Get some wax, get some wax, stick it up, Stick it up the wall, mate. Stick it up the wall. Wait, make sure it's wet. Make sure it's wet.
And the second verse.
Shut yourself at the wax. Shut yourself at the wax. Stand there until the lot dries. Until the lot dries, and then pull yourself off it. Pull yourself off it.
It's not so easy, that second verse.
Not so easy to remember, but
send off for our factory,
and then you get all the handy rhymes.
Hairy, and just mark it, Ari, regarding hair, stroke waxy wall, and we'll get back to you. Now, look, we've done 34 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's
enough, and I really do hope that's helped.
If you want to be a Patreon, please become a Patreon, and then you can listen to the really helpful stuff.
Oh, the really helpful stuff.
Useful stuff.
Go to Patreon.
It's all on the Patreon.
And all new Angelos and Barry.
I think we're doing sex lines on the Patreon today.
Oh yeah, sex lines.
Enjoy all of that.
Yeah, and it's proper racy, and people do love it. And it's very blue. And it's the sort of material that won us third place at last year's Pointless Podcast Awarding.
Did we come third? Oh yeah, we did come third.
Bloody annoying. I mean, the bloody idiots that come second and first. What are they doing? Yeah. They're doing cutting edge stuff like this. Bye everyone.